recipe vlogs. It's been a while, so we thought, heck it, why not? It's a little bit of a mess here because initially we were going to make with you guys a Christmas easy recipe. We probably will be making that tomorrow. It's gonna be really good. I hope. It's the first time that I'll be making it, and
I hope so too.
it's a Christmas recipe.
For your sake.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm just gonna use it as cream on your head. So anyway, what we were going to make was a Christmas recipe from Australia. So you'll just have to look tomorrow if you want to see it. For now, we're going to make a fish soup. Like always, easy weasy, lemon squeezy. For the measurements, as you know, we're here in Holland, which is in Europe. Here we use different measurement. We use the grams. I know it's shocking, but we're not in USA. So here we use grams. Just to give you an idea, 200 grams is 1 cup. 200 grams is 1 cup. So what we're gonna need is roughly. I'm gonna need 250 of these little carrots. You can use whatever. 250 carrots. All right.
That's a lot of carrots.
1 leek. This is 1 huge leek. Look, it doesn't fit into the tree. So 1 leek. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay.
I'm going to eat the crispy chocolate.
That's tomorrow. That's for the recipe.
Okay.
Because we're missing stuff. That's why.
Oh.
So 2 tablespoons of olive oil. 2 small potatoes. These ones right there. Not for now. Not for now. I'm gonna just. All right. So 2 small potatoes. That's what I was saying, and then 1 liter of fish broth. That is which is what I'm doing right now. Mike is giving you guys the Christmas ambiance.
Christmas bells.
He has Christmas bells right here.
Those small Christmas bells.
Yeah, they're cute. What I'm making here right now is the fish broth, which we need 1 liter, which is 2 of these. We're going to solve 2 of these in 1 liter of water. Wait for the. Actually, I need to add them in there. Just gonna put you down, guys, a little bit. Go. Just gonna let those do whatever they need to do in there. So where was I? So 250 grams of carrots, 1 leek, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 small potatoes, 1 liter of fish broth, which I'm making right now, and about 400 grams of fish fillet, whatever fish fillet you have. This one is 580 grams, so it's going to be a little bit more. So it's going to be a little bit fishier, which is okay. But all you need is, this is for 4 persons. Of course, if you're not a big eater, you can do this for 4 persons. But I have here 580 grams of fish fillet, so I'm just going to have to work with that. And then you need the Italian sauce. I don't know if you guys have this. This is what we have here. This is one of the A-class, the A brands. You need about 390 grams, 400 grams of this Italian sauce. That's spiced, so the spicy kind. Look, I don't mean like spicy hot, just one with spices, not the regular plain tomato sauce. All right, so let's do this, guys. If you have been keeping your fish fillet in your freezer, make sure you take it out on time. It really needs to be completely defrosted, so it needs to be soft and just not frozen or anything. Just room temperature. Well, not, you know what I mean. Not really like room temperature. Kitchen. Well, now, yeah. More like the fridge, the upper part of your fridge temperature, between that and room temperature. Just take it out on time. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Wash your leek very good, thoroughly. This part you just cut off and throw it away. Of course, you don't use this, and the rest of it just cut it in. Little rings, and then add it in a bowl or something, just for now. 250 grams of carrots. They have been pre-washed and packed, but since I grew up with a paranoid mother, she taught me always to do your homework. Whether it says on the package that it's already washed or not, just wash them and make sure you know that it's washed. So I'm gonna wash these and then cut them in. I'm sorry, cut them in little, dice them up. I guess that's how you call it, little dices, little cubes. Not too little. Well, I'll show you in a minute. Look, I don't have big hands, so my fingers are not that big. So just to give you an idea, this is like the top of my finger. See, not too big. By the way, guys, have you seen our Christmas lights? Still working on that, but that's the basis. Still working on it. It's not done yet. But yeah, back to our recipe. So yeah, so this is done. Just leave it for now. Next, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil in there, and then add the leek and the carrots that we just chopped in here, and we're gonna fry them together for about 5 minutes. You can see it's not really that much of oil. That's all we need, because we're gonna be working with all kind of ingredients that have enough moist in them as they are. So what I do is wait a little bit for the olive oil to heat up, and then and then add them. Not too long. You don't have to wait till it's really hot, because that's not really good when you're working with olive oil. That's different from the sunflower oil. That one you can heat up a lot before you start working with it and add stuff in there. But with olive oil, it's preferable, is that how you say it, to just heat it up a little bit, and then start adding whatever you need to throw in there. So that's what I'm gonna do. So that's that, and now let's just fry them for about 5 minutes. So as you can hear, they're sizzling. Keep bothering them with your spoon, your wooden spoon. You do not want to ruin your beautiful pots. Keep poking them and bothering them with your spoon every now and then. Put the timer on 5 minutes, and in the meanwhile, going to peel these in little cubes and then cut them in little cubes. Remember, these are 2 little potatoes. If you have big potatoes, then just 1 big potato will do. If it's huge, because sometimes I see like gigantic potatoes, then you probably want to use the half. I just love fresh vegetables. I haven't added any spices yet. Just the leek and the carrots and the olive oil, and it smells delicious. It really smells good. Love it. Love the smell. Oh, love the smell of fresh vegetables. So here I have my potato. I might have a little bit than I should have, but I don't care. It's we have them here. It's just, I don't know. I prefer to have less potato than more, so this will have to do. By the way, get the potatoes that are not too hard. Get the potatoes that you use to make mashed potato. So they need to be soft. And these, you can actually feel that the difference when you peel them and cut them up. You feel that you don't need the strength to cut them. It's just, the knife just slides through the potatoes. Next, I'm gonna take the fish fillet and wash it. And what we're gonna do is we're not going to add the whole amount of the fish fillet that we have all at once. First, you need to add the half. So I told you, this is a recipe for 4 people, not big people. Not what happened, the timer went off. So what I was saying is that now I'm going to wash the fish fillet and take only the half. I'm gonna add the half first in here, and later on the other half. So just whatever amount of fish fillet you're using right now. I mean, depending on how much people, you can just double the measurements that I gave you. So whatever amount of fish fillet you have, just first take the half, add it in here, as I will show you in a minute. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just gonna wash this, and we'll continue this. What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna add the fish broth, 1 liter. Remember, I have already added the potatoes, and I'm gonna add 390 grams of my Italian sauce. and let it cook. Let all of this cook on low fire for 15 minutes. So that is 15 minutes. All right, so this is what you get so far. Remember, we're not done yet. This is what you get so far. So everything is in there except for the other half of your fish fillet amount. Remember, I told you keep one half aside for now. We're gonna let this simmer for 15 minutes on low fire, and you can use that time to clean the kitchen and do your thing. Remember, guys, I myself just forgot. When I say 15 minutes of simmering, it means first it needs to boil, and from that point you turn the fire very low and then let it simmer for 15 minutes. So simmering is always first have it boiled, cooked, and then from that point let it simmer for whatever amount of minutes you need to have it simmer. So just remember that. Always boil it, then the simmering. Hey guys, nothing happened. You haven't missed anything. I just had this on low fire, like I told you, for 15 minutes. Then I cleaned the kitchen, as you see, all this. I went to have a shower, then praised. But I'm back, so you haven't missed anything. We're still in that same process, step by step. I just turned the heat off. What we need to do right now is puree the whole thing. All right, so we're gonna do. I've been actually not using the stuff well because I should have started with the big pan, because now I'm gonna end up with even more dishes, because I'm going to take one from the soup from one pot thing to the other. So just do it right from the beginning and just use the big pan, the big pot that you have here from the beginning, and that will be all you need. So what I'm gonna do is gradually puree all of this in one of these kitchen machines. You can do it with one of these thingies. I don't know how you call it, one of these stick thingies, long thingy. You don't need this if you don't have this. But yeah, so I'm gonna do it gradually. When I'm finished all of this, when I finished pureeing the whole thing, I'll come back to you guys and continue with you step by step. We're almost done, promise. All right, almost done, you guys. See, that was the first batch that I pureed. This is the next one, and then I have a little bit left in there, but I'm almost done. So there we go. I know some of you want to see the whole process. If I were you, I wouldn't add at this point no pepper, no salt, no nothing. It is spiced as it is with all the stuff that we have in there that we used. So don't add anything. Unless, of course, if you like your food very salty, which is really not healthy. Once you're done pureeing the whole thing, put your pot back on the fire, low fire. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna clean the rest of the fish that I have, cut it in pieces, and then add it in here, and then let it simmer for 10 minutes, 10 more minutes. Fish is one of the easiest thing to cook because it cooks very fast. So don't worry about that. You won't end up with raw fish. So that's what I'm gonna do. Almost done, and then we're done. We're just gonna have the French bread. I forgot to bring the fresh one, but this is really good also. Preheat your oven and then prepare your French bread that you have, which is will be sort of the side dish that will go with your soup. It's gonna be delicious, you guys. So that is the last fish fillet that I have. Look, it's really nice, thick and fresh. That's one of the advantages of living in Holland at the shore, because we have the sea. So you know that fish won't always take a lot of time to reach you, which is good. So I'm going to add this in there and then let it simmer for 10 more minutes, and then we're done. That's it. Added the last pieces of fish fillet that I had in there, and now it's going to simmer for 10 minutes. But like I just told you guys, simmering means first whatever you're cooking needs to boil, and then from that point put it on the lowest fire you have, and then let it simmer. So which is happening right now. Look, it's boiling. So I'm gonna turn the heat very low and then let it simmer from this point for 10 minutes. The end result, okay? I just, yeah, the bread is fresh from the oven, as you can see. It's delicious. Is it steaming? Can you see it? So here's the soup. This is why you need to add a little bit of the fish fillet later on, so that you will have these nice pieces right here. Otherwise, it's gonna be one fluid stuff, which we don't want. Well, it's not really thin. It's not really thin soup. It's thick soup. But nevertheless, it's always nice to have these little pieces of meat or fish or whatever in there swimming around. So this is it. This is me, mine, this is Mike's, and then some bread, like I said, to go with. Just try it, you guys. As you saw, it's not really that hard. It's not difficult. No fancy ingredients, like always. That's why we call them the easy recipes. If you do try them, please let us know, you know, how yours turned out and if you liked it. All right, if you do like it, share with your friends. All right, just force them to do this, try this, share it, whatever, like, comment, do the whole thing. You know, I'm really bad at advertising for our channel. So, just joking. Do whatever you want to do. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for coming back, and love you guys. And I don't know, have a great December. Today is the 1st of December. Yay. It smells really good. See? This is the first time for us to make eggnog. I don't know, according to Mike, it smells funky. So maybe you shouldn't leave it in the fridge for 2 days. But then again, it was cooked. It was all cooked.
It already smelled like that yesterday.
It's because of the eggs, I think. So this is the final result. You guys, here it is. The peppermint candy canes eggnog. It tastes okay. I don't know, maybe it's just because we've never had this before, so I need to get used to the